Okay, this should be live. Welcome to the Forza Horizon 5 Expansion 2 reveal live. With me, I have not streamed in about a year and a half because my laptop, my actual gaming laptop that I used to do all the Roblox and Forza videos on, shit the bed. It basically melted on the inside because it couldn't handle Forza at ultra settings, even though it should have been perfectly fine to do that. So here we are streaming for the first time in forever. I hope it goes over well. Let's get into it, because this will be good. Now, just need to refresh. Then we can get into it. This should be good though. Okay. It is live. It is live. Let's go, boys. It is live. Right. I'm hoping we don't have loads of latency. Should be alright. Should be alright then. Let's go. I know this song. This is it is an Epidemic Sound song, so. Okay. Should be okay. I'm hoping it's okay. 2.5 minutes left. Ooh. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really, really good. It's gotta be an off-road expansion. Got to be an off-road expansion. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sick of off-road. People wanted more of it in Horizon 4 because, oh, the terrain isn't that good. They gave us it in 5. Well, now I think that they're giving us too much. Just under 2 minutes. Okay. I'm sorry if this is crap quality, because yeah, I haven't streamed in ages, and obviously this isn't a brilliant, oh no, it's alright. No way. 1 minute 20. 1 minute 20. Oh my god, I am hyped, man. I am hyped. I am absolutely hyped for this. Okay. Whew. Yeah. 1 minute to go. Oh my god. Is this 1080p? Oh, I'm quite behind. Oh, 5 seconds, Jesus. Okay. Let's go. Okay, this is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. 1. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's an off-road expansion. Oh my god. No way.
Welcome to Sierra Nueva.
No.
I'll call your route from the air. First, then hard right.
Oh my god. Rally grip.
Followed by water. Caution all cambered roads, jumps and
There was a
bumps.
proper rally focus there.
Hard left. Don't even think about slowing down. Hope you brought those rally tires.
Oh my god. March 20. Oh my god, that's the F-150 Lightning! What?
Oh my days, what an intro. That's right, folks. You saw it
No
here
way.
first. The second expansion for Forza Horizon 5 is nearly here, and this time we're
Get
all
rid of
going
these
on
captions.
a rally adventure.
Get rid of
we
these
have
captions.
a very, very special show
Oh
for you
my
today, as we'll
God.
be bringing you everything you need to know about this amazing new expansion, and to guide us through it, I'm joined by some very wonderful guys, if I must say. First up, we have design
Wow.
director Torben. Hello,
Just
Torben.
wow.
How are you?
It's great to be here to be your co-driver on this rally adventure.
How exciting! Okay,
Wow.
up next we have level
Okay.
designer
Okay,
Nigel
that is
Norman.
insane.
Hello, Nigel. How
Hi,
are you?
How you doing? Yeah, not bad. So, yeah.
Wonderful.
Looking forward to talking about some, cool roads we've got on
Oh,
on Rally
it looks
Adventure.
like you've been absolutely smashing them as well, so we're going to get to that. But last but not least, we have vehicle director Chris Phillips, all-round good guy. Hello, Chris.
Hey,
you all right?
Charlie. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm more happy that we've got the puns going already.
Let's start as we mean to
Forza
Get
continue.
them out of the
Discord
way,
is
and then
going
everyone gets settled
absolutely
and comfortable
insane.
for the journey. Wonderful. So, open brief for the room. I'm full of energy today. Guys, tell us about Forza Horizon 5 Rally Adventure.
It's so great to be able to talk about this.
I'd imagine, yeah.
Yes, we've... Our second expansion focused on driving experiences, set in the rugged terrain of Sierra Nueva, which is a little north, notionally north of our map in Mexico. And it's all about that age-old question, what rally best?
What rally best? Etched in stone.
Yes,
What rally
absolutely.
best?
What rally best?
Well, what does that mean, though? What rally best is? Are we trying to figure out the best way to do rally, or the best environments for rally, or are these all things we're going to find out?
Oh, why
due course.
Why not both?
Yeah.
We'll get to that when we talk a little bit about
Yeah.
the campaign structure. But in a nutshell, this is all about going to a great new region of the world with your friends. Sierra Nueva is this new map area, and taking on a range of different roads and experiences in a bunch of new cars, and really leaning into this new rally experience that we've got.
Amazing. That sounds fantastic. So I'm sure you guys want to tell all of our viewers out there a lot more about this expansion, but before you do, I'm going to hold tight, because I know everyone out there, including myself, please, really would like to see some gameplay. So how about we jump straight into the opening drive?
God.
Here it is. I'm going to be quiet. We're going to watch this for a second.
That
and
is
then I'm going to have
insane.
questions.
Ignore that left and brace yourself.
Okay, I have a million questions.
Bring 'em.
Helicopter?
Oh my god, that looks
absolutely.
massive.
A big part of rally is helicopters chasing you along the route and filming what you do. You saw it in the trailer, and a part of this new experience is the Horizon Rally helicopter that follows you along every route, and aboard which
Wow,
your
they've got, like,
co-driver
camper
sits
vans
and
and
gives
Ah,
you,
that's where they're
Jesus.
positioned. Very
exactly,
nice.
because you can take any car into our
Wow.
rally races. Some of them, as we know, with your absolute obsession with Peel,
I
only
tell
fits
you
one driver.
what, the moment I saw this, I went, I'm going to do it in appeal.
Yes.
So, and you're not going to stop me either, I know you won't. But because
Oh
of
my
that,
God.
they're up in a helicopter, our co-pilot.
Yes, they are.
Wonderful, okay.
Though in the initial drive here, which is going to set up our experience, we are driving one of the new
Oh,
hero
okay.
cars of our expansion.
Okay.
Yes, we've got
More
the Ford
planes,
F-150
let's
Lightning,
go.
so it's an electric version of the Ford F-150. Comments are probably going to tell me I'm wrong on this, but I think F-150 is sold every 7 seconds,
That
making it
looks
Wow.
the most selling car in the
insanely
world.
fun to drive.
And this is the electric version of it, which is actually a great thing to do, making it EV. But Ford have really embraced it and made
Oh
it
my
even better by it being an EV. You can run almost anything you want off of it. It's basically a house that you go around with.
Okay,
And we've also,
is
because we're doing a bit
sick.
of an expedition here to the new outpost, we've got a roof tent on it to give it that kind of overlanding
Yeah,
expedition vibe.
Focus RS.
But yes, we've gone into the second part of the drive
Are
here,
you
which
for
is
real?
our first taste of what rally is like in
Okay, that is
rally
insane.
adventure. Sort of
That
kind of framed
is
up for me as
incredible.
the rally experience for everyone. Horizon's take on what rally is.
Yeah, racing for everyone, presented to you by Forza Horizon 5.
Exactly.
Big fan. So what's some of the things, I mean, one of the things I see immediately is that
my God.
UI structure that's popping up. I'm sure there's a better name for that than UI structure, but what is that?
I've always been interested in rally, but I've never
but it's basically
really
what your code
cared
driver
enough
does.
to learn. But
rally
this
is really all
is
about
gonna be
focusing
cool.
on the road ahead.
This
of
is
you.
insanely
Literally the
interesting.
next turn, right? Literally the next turn and how your car will handle it. And pace notes or rally calls are about helping you anticipate that.
I am tired.
And we have this new UI element that is really about kind of reducing
Sorry.
that to the key
Jesus,
things.
that
Left
is-
or chance of a jump if
No
you go
way.
in a particularly fast car, or the risk of chickens ahead. It's kind of
Yes, of course.
the important things.
Yeah. Nigel, is that your fault that there are chickens and bumps everywhere?
Chickens, no. Jumps, yes. Yeah, so, you know, what you'll notice about the roads in this pack is they're a lot more extreme, a lot more undulating. There's a lot more packed into a tighter area.
I can
and, you know, that's one of the
imagine how
reasons that
fun
the
this is
co-driver
going to
is
be
there, is
on
to
my
tell you
wheel.
about how to tackle
This is
the
gonna
road
be
that's,
insane.
that's coming up in front of you.
I think this bit we're coming up on here really kind of frames that up really nicely. That undulation, the turns, things that you would not experience before in an Horizon
Oh,
game.
Absolutely,
I bet
yeah.
that you can drive on
Yeah,
those.
definitely. And, you know,
Bet that you
me and
can
Chris were
drive on
talking
those.
earlier, like, the way you have to
Can
approach
you?
these roads is
Yeah,
quite
you
different to
can.
how you would
Oh,
in-
that's like the ones in Horizon
next
4 at the
gen
quarry.
mainland. So, yeah, it's all about
Holy
bringing,
shit.
you know, that
Wow.
rally experience to the gameplay. Yeah, and I think, you know, we've done a great job.
Yeah, and the roads are absolutely so refreshing. You come at these, and everything that you've learned about Horizon roads, you kind of need to reconsider.
Those drones.
A little bit later, but
That's
a thing
insane.
we didn't talk about as we went
That
through
is
the data
insane.
section, but I do want to call out.
Wow.
There's an entirely new system of deformable terrain and kick up, and just so key to a rally experience. And it's
And
everywhere.
a drone show!
I was going to say,
I
we've
am-
not
I
spoken
am
about the drone show.
speechless.
There's so much in this.
We might have to
Wow.
extend the stream. Has anyone got anything to do
I'm
this
here for it.
afternoon?
I'm here for it.
Perfect. Right. Okay. I want to know a little bit more. Where do I want to go first? I want to know a bit more about the road types, actually, because I know we've spoke a little bit that there's like a variety that we're going to be seeing in here. But should we get a race set up in the background? Perhaps we have a look at one of the new Horizon rallies while we're chatting. But yeah, I want to
Make sure
know
it's showing off the map.
how they differ from typical races that players have seen and road types we've seen so far.
Absolutely. So, there's a lot of questions in that.
There is. I'm dreadful at this, aren't I?
No, it's great. It's great. And anyone who's seen these things know that I always spend a lot of time thinking about
No,
them.
I love it.
Anyways,
I love that.
so I think the most important thing to say at the top is that there's two ways to play every one of the routes in our game. There is Horizon Rally,
Yep.
which is what we're going to be looking at here, and there's Horizon Race. That's what you know from the
Game's
mainland.
like
just haven't time in the
90%
world.
rally
You can
already.
play the entire
FFS.
campaign in Horizon
True,
Race if that's
it
your
is.
bag. That's
To be
great.
completely fair,
But Horizon
it
Rally
is.
is what we're here for, and that's what we're looking at here. So we're waved off the line, and
They could have done something like
It's
City.
Chris
I'm
and
not
the
going to
road.
deny
It's
that.
Chris
but
in the
I'm
Road,
excited for
baby.
it.
Sorry, that
No.
sounds like a band name, doesn't it? Chris in the Road.
I'm
And I mean, I bought
but
premium
I
before
think
the
one
game
of the,
launched,
one of the
so
kind of
I'm getting
core
this anyway.
experiences
I
to
kind
rally
of
is
can't be
you're against
angry
yourself
about it.
and the clock. It's your ability to read the roads, to take your car through the challenging turns and twists and cambers that Nigel will talk about when I stop talking, and and just get along that route as quickly as you can.
Sure.
So the big changes, in addition to the rally calls, as we can see that, we can see it coming up ahead. There are split gates along the routes. 4 of these at approximately 20, 40, 60, and 80%.
Okay, yeah.
And at each split gate, we can see how we're doing on the pace. Chris is second. He is 0.73 of a second behind the front runner at this point, at gate 1.
At this point.
So it kind of injects just a little bit of the unknown. So not only are you dealing with the roads and your car and your experience of it, but you're also challenging yourself to race against the clock and do the best possible time that you can. But, I mean, talk about these asphalt roads.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, so, you know, as you can see, even the asphalt
roads.
Yeah, cool.
let's go
yeah, I
to
mean,
this,
so
see if it'll do
as
any
you can
better.
see, even the asphalt roads are a lot more undulating, and they've got a lot more movement. When we were looking at research, that's sort of what we were looking out for. How does the car tackle these wild asphalt roads? Speaking of, we've got
There we
really
go.
large jumps in these routes. So
Ooh, cheeky cut there, Chris.
yeah.
I've played the street one.
But then that also allowed us to put in,
Oh
a
my
lot
God,
more
those
varying
flames.
corners. So you see this
Oh
one, this hairpin
my
that dropped
God.
away. We've got
Wow.
lots of crests, lots of bumps, lots of jumps. We've got things like adverse camber corners, which is where the corner drops away from you instead of
interesting.
helping you around it.
Wow.
And areas like this where we're driving through a massive cliff corridor essentially. So yeah, it's really exciting to drive around.
And I think really it boils down to the fact that this is the driving experience expansion, right? It's all about these new roads, a bunch of new cars we're going to be talking about, and this really you versus the unknown almost.
I'll tell you what, that when you take away that blue line as well, is that a feature for all players? Does
No,
everyone get rid of it?
it's a feature that we prompt players to do. You can choose to keep the rally driving line on or switch off the rally driving line, which controls whether it appears in these races specifically.
Okay,
So
cool.
if that's not a thing that you feel good about, not a thing that you want to have, you can choose to not play it in this way. But
Dabble, see how you do. It's like a challenge if you want to have it off.
and it's tied into the difficulty prompt system. So if you decide that it's something you want to try but struggling to win the races, the system will prompt you to opt out of it again.
Nice.
And it's really just a
Want
way
us to win, don't you?
Yes, yes. But what I will say is that these races are more challenging, and we'll see if Chris.
Did you do it? That's the thing. It's an enigma, right? Until you do these split gates. But it's Chris, so who am I kidding? Of course he's won.
Raced first. Very nice, Chris. Well done.
So our first race done live on stream. What was it like, Chris? Tell us about it. You're living all of our dreams right now, so please tell me what it was like.
As Nigel was saying earlier, the thing I really love is the way you have to approach corners. It's a totally different mindset. You have to be thinking about how are you going to rotate the car into the corner, because it's not traditional, oh, there's my turning point, there's my apex and exit. Usually wherever the turning point is, there's a crest or something that makes the car unload. So you have to really start thinking ahead. And then from that, you then have to start thinking about how you're going to chain corners together as well.
We're going to have some experienced drivers needing to maybe take a step back and then
Well,
take
that
two
was
steps forward. 'cause they didn't take the long to figure it out.
certainly something.
Because really,
yeah.
what I think this does
That was
for me as a player
wow.
is it
Really, that
just
was
kind of
good.
forces me to focus on the road. It kind of narrows my attention down to the experience ahead. I find myself driving much more technically than I do more forward through the game. There's much more feathering of brake and clutch.
I'm sorry,
and
but those
accelerator.
flames,
Much more kind of
those
light
flames
touch
are
as
insane.
you head around. Ooh, they're
My
smashable.
God.
This map is so full of stuff.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to make
Wow,
a
that's
segue on one of the
huge.
words you just said. We've got a new car we can talk about. The Ford Focus. It was the word focus, but then you kept talking. I was like, I'm going to have to make a weird thing about bringing it back. But a new car we've got right here, right?
Yep, I appreciate that
Wow.
segue. It was
Thank you so much. It was a bit long-winded. I'll maybe work on it for the next show. But go on, tell us about the car now we've got there.
So yeah, we're doing rally, and there is nothing more iconic in rally than the name McRae.
110%.
This was
Oh.
Colin's car in 1999. He
Oh,
drove it with
wow.
his co-driver, Nicky Grist.
Oh, I never realised at first.
So it's a Ford Focus. Back then, Group A was 300 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and just absolute monsters off-road. The thing I really love is the cars back then still looked like they're road cars. Like
of
more
course.
current regulations, they've gone a bit more aerodynamic.
Ooh.
That didn't happen. Yeah, and they were also fire-breathing animals. And if I do this,
Oh, look.
we'll talk a bit more about that later.
Oh, yeah.
Man. They went all out.
Yeah, absolutely
They went
phenomenal
all out
car.
with them flames.
Very
Those
much
are
in
how
McRae
flames
style.
should be.
There wasn't
That's how they
just
should
one
be.
of these. You'd think for a race season, each driver would have one car. No, there was several of these. They got crashed.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
I see. All right.
So the one we've got, I think, campaigned a few races. The one we sourced, that is. And then, unfortunately, it was crashed, I think, in Corsica, and then rebuilt again in 2007. And it currently lives at Dirtfish in Seattle, I believe.
Oh, okay.
If
anyone's in the area.
Swing by and take a look at this awesome machine.
Because I think that was one of the things I got really excited about, is one of my only real touchstones to Rally, and is arguably one of the reasons why I'm a massive Horizon fan now, is I played back in the day with my dad the original Colin McRae Rally on PlayStation 2, and it opened my eyes to the world of it. And I won't lie to you, sitting here seeing all the co-driver prompts and seeing this car and seeing that name, it gets me really, really excited. Yeah, I guess just from me, thank you for adding that. I know we're going to have a look at another race momentarily and another new car as well. So I don't know if we want to maybe set up what either of those are going to be for the folks at home. What are we going to look at? I've got here that it's the Forest Trial in a new word for me, and I hope I'm not offending anyone when I say this in a room. Will someone show me a scumbug?
I think we absolutely
Yeah?
Conveniently, I have.
Does that make sense? Oh, wonderful.
Here's one
a
Chris
scumbug
made earlier.
I prepared earlier.
Also, let's just take a moment to just kind of soak in the
Yeah,
new race start
look at
experience.
that.
Really selling that experience that there are other people driving these routes.
Even the Marshal there.
Oh, the Marshal, yes. Yes.
In fact, actually, Nigel, you know what? Talking of the Marshal and something you mentioned earlier about the research, I'd love to know more about the type of research that goes into an expansion like this, because Rally is so beloved with racing fans, and we've mentioned that the last time Horizon did Rally was Horizon 1.
Yeah.
So what new research had to go into this, I'll say it one more time, Rally adventure, and how can you consider that work and not my dream come true?
Well, yeah, exactly. It's not too bad when you've got to, watch rally videos as reference.
Exactly.
So, that's a fun day. But yeah, we looked at a lot of footage. We look at Google Maps and just see how these roads are behaving and how in the footage of rally events, how the cars
Google
are behaving
Maps?
with the roads.
Are you for real? Are you for
see
real?
cars
Google
are incredible
motherfucking
and how they
maps.
dance over, all these
Nah.
crazy bumps and twisted
Nah,
tracks.
that is mental.
It's great. So
Jesus
that's the
Christ.
sort of essence that we wanted to capture, while also making it still feel familiar with the Horizon feel. So yeah, it's great fun to research. It's great fun to make, and hopefully great fun to play. So.
Well, certainly. And at this point, I'm going to ask Chris: is it fun to play as the Scumbug?
Yes.
Are we enjoying this?
This car is one of my favourite cars of the pack.
Ooh!
100%.
So it's B class.
Is
It's
that
not
a
the quickest
Vultro
car, but it's so
wing?
much fun, especially on
I
these
think that
routes.
is.
It's just made for them. In fact, it's in
I
the
could be
initial
mistaken,
experience,
I haven't driven
and
that
the
car
route it's on
since-
is just an absolute joy.
Well, the game came out.
But the car
really.
itself is also one of my favourites. So it was built by the Hoonigan team. It was bought. It's called the Scumbug because they picked up a dirt cheap Beetle for like $2,500, and it's been through a couple of evolutions, getting turned into a bit of a Baja racer. Technically, it's a class 1600 spec, 5/1600, which is kind of a stock class where you can upgrade suspension and things like that. But it's supposed to have a 1600cc stock engine in it. This one has a 2.1 litre engine.
Someone found an extra half litre.
Yeah, because it's Hoonigan. But also visually amazing. Hoonigan.
And Chris, I just want to point out the fact that you're racing this without the blue line and just reeling off Carfax and 7 seconds ahead of the pack.
Chicken as a direction as well.
Gotta have the chicken call out.
8 seconds off the time. 8 seconds ahead of the time now.
This car is really easy to drive. I love it. It's so good.
Oh yeah, 8
Yeah, that's
seconds,
it. Easy
bloody
cruise with it. But as I was saying, Hoonigan always do great looking cars. Their liveries are always fantastic. This one, very simple, very retro, very awesome.
Yes.
And the wing on the back, just chef's kiss.
Also, want to call out the helicopter flying along the route ahead of us. That is what we call the dynamic race helicopter. No, by which I mean it actually follows you. So if Chris were to stop here and throw the race, the helicopter would slow down and stop and then pick up again.
That's your
following
own
along the route.
personal
Okay,
private
that's
helicopter.
cool.
Watching you, huh?
Absolutely.
That
I like it.
is
Horizon,
cool.
no helicopter's bad.
Absolutely. There was another thing I wanted to pick up as well. What's the sort of the car restrictions? I know you mentioned you said it was only a B class. What are the car restrictions and progression to this rally update? And are they similar? Because I know the last one we had that fun, the
If
locking
you cannot
system
do
with
it
lock wheels.
in
Is it similar
S2,
to that?
I'm not interested. Or X.
Lots of questions in that.
I'll take a beat. I'll just stop.
The short answer to that is we don't restrict the cars that you can drive, and we don't
Yes.
restrict the cars that you can take into the 27 races across the multiple surfaces that we've got in this pack. We do suggest. So we suggest cars depending on the team that you're driving with and the surfaces that you're driving with in between B and S1 class, and typically kind of theme them towards
That's
an
all right.
appropriate kind of car.
Okay,
But
sure.
if you were desperate to take your Peel in or your X-Class Taycan or something like that, feel free. and let me know when you're streaming, because I want to like and subscribe that. not
I'll put an invite in your calendar for you to drop by. Wonderful. Okay, that works for me. Very good. So I also have a little note here that I need to chat to Chris about something called launch control and anti-lag that you are particularly excited about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Very excited about these. So I'm going to jump in another car here.
No.
One that's gonna show
No,
off
they got anti-lag.
anti-lag specifically. So for me, I think rallying. I think cars
Okay.
going through forests at ridiculous speeds, making ridiculous noises, pops, bangs, things like that. Those noises are from a system called anti-lag, which is a way of reducing turbo lag on gear shifts and getting the turbo to spool quicker by essentially just putting fuel into the engine when it doesn't need it, ignites in the exhaust and spins the turbo. The byproduct of that is big flames and lots of noise, which we all love. I love it anyway.
Yeah, big vibes.
So we've added it as an upgrade. So any car that has a turbo available to it, either via conversion or engine swaps, you can get anti-lag that way. Or
Wow.
if it's turbocharged stock. I think that's over 630 cars have it available to them.
So the majority of them, yeah.
Wait,
Pretty much,
Love
yeah.
it.
wait, what? No, so
and
that's
the
a
way you
game
get it
update.
is go to
Oh
the
my
garage,
god, that's
upgrade
not just
tuning.
for this.
And
Expansion.
I
Prompt
skipped
admitted.
through. There is a prompt
That's
saying we have a new turbo
in-
upgrade that I just skipped through because that's the
That's-
dev in me that just skips through any notification message.
No.
What it's saying is
That
you
is-
go into this screen
That's insane.
and you can
No
go into the
way.
engine, turbo. I think we've already got it installed because we were
Oh
playing it
my
earlier.
god.
But if I switch between race and race with anti-lag, you can see on the graph at the bottom, that's the turbo coming on slightly sooner. Also on gear shifts, the turbo stays spooled, and there's another feature that we'll get to in a bit.
Oh
about it as
yeah.
well. And
It does come on
what we
sooner.
also see is-
Oh, there it is. All right, I think we maybe take this for a drive then, because I want to kind of see. Because my other
Okay.
question is really, can
That
you use this in the base
is-
game as well?
that
before we
might be
check it
the
out?
best thing about
Absolutely.
this.
The anti-lag and the new parts,
Yeah.
the event lab stuff, all of that is coming out and will be available to everyone, not just people who own this pack.
Lovely stuff. Go on, let's see it then.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
Bit, yeah.
So the other thing we've added, I'm just going to move away from the entry into the festival so we have that on the screen. The other thing we've added is another quite rally thing, which is launch control. So when you're at the beginning of a stage, they'll stage the car up on something called launch control that builds the revs, builds boost, and then launches it. We've added it as an assist, so it's also using our traction control system to limit wheel slip off the line. So if I do it, we'll see it holds a lower RPM. That RPM is actually being calculated based on
Well,
the
launch
surface you're on,
control's
the
been
tyres you've
in
got,
the
and the
game
amount of power
since
you've got.
launch.
And it finds an RPM
No
that's
pun
suitable for
intended.
launching, and then it's using the clutch and traction
That's
control to
not
manage
really
the
new.
wheel slip off the line. So if
And
you're
how
in-
are you doing that? Sorry, what were you pressing?
Oh, sorry, I should have said. You just hold the handbrake down, hold
Yeah.
the throttle, and it goes on to
okay.
what's known in the real world as a two-stage rev limiter. So we have the first stage, if I let go of the handbrake and just use the brake, that's full rev limiter. So it holds it on that, and then you let go, and it launches.
And basically what it's doing behind the scenes is it's
That's-
controlling how much power
That's
and how
pretty
much
sick,
slip
actually.
to get you accelerating with the minimum amount of power and the minimum amount of slip.
Exactly that. So in theory, it's about the best possible launch the car can do. I say about because there's always some variables that we can't capture, but I'd say in 95 to 97%, it's going to be as fast as you can launch.
And you said that at the start of a race, launch control is your car is pushed into launch control, so you just need to hold the accelerator.
Yeah, you don't
and
need
launch
to
control
press the
will launch
handbrake.
you.
It's auto-engaged for you.
So the handbrake, accelerate, release handbrake, that's for free roam.
Yeah, that's just for free roam.
Okay.
Cool. Good distinction.
And then I mentioned in the garage the other feature. Our anti-lag is actually built with launch control in mind. They were developed together. So it will build boost
I love
while
that.
you're
I
on
love
the
that.
second
That is-
rev limiter.
That is
That's something our
insane.
cars don't typically do. So launching a very turbocharged car often will bog down, then come on boost, and it's quite hard to launch. Whereas here, it builds boost and goes, which is a really nice feature. And you get lots of pops and bangs because of it.
Yes. And
And a
And
BMW
crashes
right away.
and insurance claims. Yes, the whole lot. Wonderful stuff. Oh, it's so good. I just want to keep looking at it, and so I think that's what I'm going to do. But first of all, I'm going to say thank you to you lot for joining me. We still have lots and lots of things to come. These folks are going to be moving on, but with some new folks very soon. We're also going to be looking at the new music that accompanies this expansion, if your little ears have been hearing something in the background. We're also going to be looking at how the campaign works, and we're going to take a tour around some more map highlights. So joining me on the sofa now is lead audio designer Rory Chapman and senior environment artist Lita Backey. Welcome to you both. How are you? Welcome to you first, Rory.
Thanks, yeah, great to be here. Yeah,
wonderful. Cheers. It's so good to have you. And Lita, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I am fantastic. It's been an amazing show so far, and now we get to talk about my favourite thing ever, which is music, which obviously is, you know, joint favourite with cars. But Rory, I'm going to come to you first. The Eagle Ear I may have mentioned have picked up on some new music playing in the background in the expansion, as well as a familiar name returning to the franchise. So can you tell us a bit more about it?
I can. That is right. Yeah, always exciting to bring new music to the game.
Is it?
In this case, it's actually a returning record label from Forza Horizon 3. It's Epitaph Records. So really exciting. What we love about this
I was just playing Horizon 3. I was wondering where that went. Oh my god!
So the energy of this music mixed with the rally experience is just, it's just, they just
frantic, chaotic energy, right?
It's fantastic.
Stunning.
And I can share some of the great track lists we've got as well.
Yes, we do. Let's have a look at the track list. I want to see what we're going to be jamming to.
Yeah, and we've gone for a really great mix here. Wow. Just to cover a lot of great areas that the label offers up. You know, we've got some classic.
I don't actually know any of these.
Like Alkaline Trio, The Offspring.
I don't know any of them.
And the Architects, baby. Oh, that'll be fun.
Exactly. We've got some heavier stuff here, like Architects and The Ghost Inside. And some great new acts as well. The Linda Lindas and Chad Tepper as well, who's our DJ for the station. So a really great mix, and I think players are going to love this new soundtrack.
Absolutely. And is this going to be featured in the base game as well?
That's a great thing. So this is, we're celebrating it with the pack, but it's available for all players, all Horizon 5 players.
Stunning.
That's
wonderful.
pretty sweet.
Right. I also want to talk about the new packs. So this was something, Torben, we didn't get around to discussing in the first half, but I really want to ask you, I think I picked up on a couple little cues from you that a team element is based into the new campaign for this update. Is that correct?
It's basically part of the experience that we're putting forward here. This idea of going to a new place, in this case Sierra Nova, with a couple of people from the festival, Alex and Rami and Alejandra, and as we spoke about at the beginning, this heavy philosophical question of what rally best.
What rally best?
Yes.
Who's going to answer it?
Exactly, and you as the player are going to answer that by getting involved with the 3 teams that each of those people set up. Each of them has their own rally team, and each of them represents a different facet of rally. So Alejandra, she's all about asphalt racing and asphalt rally. It's about being fast, it's not complicated.
Yeah, love it.
Alex is about mixed surface, like absolutely classic rally experiences. Really narrow roads through forests, or mixed surface, really kind of classic rally experiences. And Rami is like, he claims he's the best driver in Mexico, so he has to do it at night, in rough weather.
Oh, he wants a challenge,
exactly, right? But what that turns into is 3 teams. So, Ru, if you want to just kind of open up the pause, not the map, because we're not showing the map yet.
Actually, I'm going to mention that very quickly while we're here. Folks in chat, it's not that we're not showing you the map, it's the fact we're going to tease you with when we are going to show it, which, Torben, I believe you've got some information about, right?
Yes. When the next series update goes live, that's Series 18, that we'll be talking about on Forza Monthly, there'll be an opportunity there to actually see the map.
Oh, wow.
And I'll
Good
say
plug, good tease, lovely stuff. Not going to be talking
so
about it again. No more maps.
Cheesy.
Ru, please continue with what we were discussing.
Typical Forza, but
just showing off our 3 teams here that Torben just talked about. Yeah, the audio team and some fun here as well.
Oh, this does look good though. This does, this looks really,
you talked over
really good.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let the folks at home hear exactly what that was.
Yeah, so a little bit, some little idents here. These are fun. We have the Horizon Raptors.
Stunning.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
The classic Howl.
Apex
Predators. And I had one piece of direction for the team, which is we need Skeletor's cackle.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's exactly what that would be.
Not his cackle,
sweet.
Of course.
Yeah, I won't tell you.
They look like esports teams
Fair
as well.
play.
The branding is so cool.
actually.
Yes, and there are race suits with this branding on it.
Badlands
It just
Goliath.
appears across the board. Now, each team consists of a series of team challenges that you take on. We can see here that particular team challenge. Go back in there. It's have the Howl again. So you can see by completing the Narrows Pro that we did a little bit earlier with Chris's excellent driving, that unlocked the Razor Pro RJ Anderson truck. And there are a range of these, and as you play through those level you up. As you win your races, you will unlock the Ambassador race. Once you've beaten all 3 ambassadors, you unlock the Horizon Goliath in Sierra Leone.
I love that it's coming back. What's the Goliath? Is it just a big race around?
Well, it's the first time we've done a multi-surface Goliath. So it starts asphalt, then it goes cross country, then it goes mixed surface, and you're racing.
Horizon 3? The beach?
So good. In fact, I think it's time we check out another race. I think we've got one along the way, and now that we've seen all the teams, we're going to be going for a raptor race. Yeah?
Yes. So that is, you unlock that race when you've won every race against Alex. Obviously, we're in a dev build here, so we can kind of jump ahead.
We could do special things here.
Yes. But what that race is basically, it's basically kind of the capstone. You've leveled fully up in Alex's team.
And I'm not the only one that knows that. Someone else is like,
once you've done that, you unlock this, and this is kind of
Goliath.
demonstrating to him
Forza Horizon 3.
fully understood what this kind of rally.
Yes.
Indeed, yes. That's not what I would say. Kind of weird way to put it, but never mind.
We should change that.
Yes.
Yeah, put that in next, because my next question would be, have you made this race specifically for me and it's just full of the Event Lab dinosaurs? Because that's all I have in my head right now.
You mean Pinatasaurus?
Oh, wow, that.
No, we'll get back to Pinatasaurus later. No.
That does look good.
It's a race against, in this case, Alex, and it showcases 2 of the cars that are part of the 10 that are in the expansion. One of the 2 in this race that Rue is taking on for us here, really cool, is the Razor Pro RX. And this was something that Polaris put together based off of their experience with the Baja 500, the Baja 1000, the UTV World Championships.
So a winner's car, huh?
Yes, very much so. All about kind of welded bars and the custom roof scoop to maximize airflow, even in like the worst weather conditions or the worst kind of environmental conditions you go through. We see some of those environmental conditions here. But yeah, a really, really powerful, fun car to drive. The other one that is showcased in this is the 2019 Motorsports 4402 Ultra 4 Trophy Jeep, which is 850 horsepower of complete nonsense.
Where were the notes on that one?
It was driven in the Baja 1000. It managed to finish the dirtiest off-road event in the calendar in 19 hours and 43 minutes.
Okay, nice.
And another really...
I bet Chris could have done that
I'm
in
shocked
5,
that
though.
people are still
I
watching
know
me.
Chris.
Yes, absolutely. He would absolutely have done that.
I trained him.
Yes. Oh, no, you're being...
Perfect timing.
Yes, and Alex is ahead. I mean, you have to win this, otherwise you're not moving on.
It's the winner's car, so...
Yes, so I hope you actually pull it off, right? Oh, yeah, you see he's calling you out.
I've just checked the stream.
He's saying that he can give you a few tips.
I'm above the face cam.
Oh, wow.
It's like stacked
It's
on top of each other. I love it.
But yes, we kind of played around with this idea of really just having fun with your mates, driving cool cars in a really fun part of the world.
It's very Horizon.
Yes.
This is it. Go on. Get him. Muscle him off the road.
It just reminds me of the Quarry in Horizon 4, to be fair.
Really bring out the driver in you. I mean,
it's like even bigger though. It's
you are racing the
bigger.
ambassadors,
Yes.
Oh, that is pretty sweet.
Right.
You're being really brave and not rewinding. I would have absolutely done that by now.
Always finish first.
Also, you can see the blue line is on here because this is not a rally race. Even though the helicopter is accompanying us, we don't have the pace notes or anything like that. This is because the rally driving line obviously only applies in rally.
Of course.
So if you choose to opt into that mode and play it that way, then you're driving with just the road and your pulls in Horizon Rally. And if you drive Horizon Race, you have everything that you know and love from the mainland, your driving line, and all of the kind of things that you're used to.
Look at that. You didn't need the rewind at the end.
You taught Chris everything.
That was really impressive.
That's how you do it. You make it exciting as well.
Yes.
It was the music that got you through, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah. Amazing. Another race one. I think we're having a very, very good stream. They don't always go this way if anyone's tuned in for the first time. What we are going to do now, though, is Lita, you are going to take us on a magical mystery tour of Sierra Nueva, because there are some highlights that you'd like to call out along the way, right?
Yeah, the environment art worked really hard on these.
I don't want to spoil the map for myself, but I'm here now, so...
Come on, Alex, we want to look at things. I will say, though, I love
the
the last time we spoke was on the Forza Horizon 5 launch stream. I remember you showing me it was like the plant house in Guanajuato, and that has been a story I've told people since it came out of just like how you guys do these little bits in games that you are so like proud of.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see what you pulled out the bag for this update.
So there is another plant lady house, of course.
Of course.
In Pueblo Alto. I should look for it. We are showing first the palm forest, which is our first completely smashable forest.
A completely smashable forest. Wow, you're talking my dreams here.
Oh my god, yeah, because Rally...
Yeah, no known smashable tree to stop you.
Was that a design choice to have one that was entirely smashable?
So we wanted to make it very lush and very full of small trees, like the reference that we followed for it. And in order to do that, we decided to take away
legendary.
trees because it could be
I have hit tens of thousands of trees
and it's very fun
3,
to go in
4,
the
and 5,
forest and do some
and
donuts
they are the most
It's
annoying
really
thing
great.
about this
I think
game.
so.
I
Yeah, very
swear to God.
therapeutic.
Absolutely. Yeah. Self-care
I'm
is an
fucking
entirely
excited.
smashable
I am
forest.
really
I think
excited.
that's what they say.
We provide that here.
Yeah, absolutely. Care in the community and all that. Wonderful.
There are a few unsmashable trees in the map.
In the
entire map.
In the entire map.
Oh, well, I'll find them as soon as I load the game up. You know me, but
Yes.
it's good to know I'm safe here.
Right.
Goodness me, Lita. Okay, so Lita, where are you taking us to next?
We're going to Pueblo Alto, which is our main town in the game. It was based on a real mining town in Mexico. It has
cool.
lots of colonial buildings and some more modern ones.
And then
That's one of
the thing.
That's not Pinatasaurus. We'll talk about Pinatasaurus
Oh,
later.
you said Pinatasaurus, and now we feel like it's this thing in the room.
This
I need
is
to see.
a Raptor truck.
A Raptor truck.
This is one of the collectibles that is part of Alex's team structure. Smash a
Cool.
bunch of those, level up, unlock races. As we know.
Okay, that's...
Wonderful. Right, back to the town
like
now.
it.
I've met
I
taken
like
us on a
it.
massive tangent that you're smacking
Wow.
through, Lita. This is gorgeous. You said this is based on an actual
my God,
town,
that-
yeah?
Yes, it
That
is.
landscape does look
Yeah,
really,
the thing I do the most is destroy
really
the composition
nice,
that I spent so much time making. And there's a doghouse.
God.
Oh boy.
Colours
Yes.
are great, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh,
Bye.
Jimmy's got no
Stuff
home.
flying everywhere.
Sorry.
Next up, I'm going to take us to the quarry so we can look at a cool gameplay location.
Cool. Okay. What's special about the quarry then? Because when I say quarry and I think Forza, I think of the one in 4. That's the one I think I spent
Yes.
my entire game and especially doing playground games.
Yeah.
So what's special about the quarry in this update?
I'm going to go to the map.
Does it have
to
another
show
Star
them
Wars
to get to the
reference?
quarry.
Oh, get
Hope it
rid of
does.
the map then.
Yep.
Remember, folks, you're going to see it soon, but we're not showing it to you. That's our map, not yours. Right, here we go. We're
Here
here.
we go. It's this terrace look that we got for the map. Oh, for the quarry, sorry. Looks a bit different from 4 as well. And I actually used some of the Event Lab pieces to make some stuff for the
Oh, cool.
quarry. And these conveyor belts are completely drivable, by the way. You can hop on them
Ooh,
I
and
very
thought
good.
so.
jump off them.
And there are
Yes.
some collectibles on those.
Nice
if you take
little
it back.
reference back to 4.
Oh.
Yeah, we drove through this in the initial drive, just kind of
That's right.
zipping along
Yes,
this little road
yeah.
here, yeah. And then we just were going the other way. Yes,
Shrewdly observed, Corbin.
yes.
Well done.
I've driven this map before.
It's almost as if you worked on it.
Right?
Perfect. Okay, quarry done. Where are we heading to next? What have you got planned for us?
We are going to the town. We passed this town in the initial drive, but I'm going to approach it from the south.
Okay. And which town's this?
It is a town in a crater. We have quite a
Town
few.
in a crater.
Yes.
Okie dokie. That
weird.
sounds like my kind of town. I don't know why.
Oh,
It just
no, I
kind
was
of's got a ring to
I
it.
was
Kind of
watching a YouTube
objectively the
video
best
about
kind of
city
town.
Yeah,
skylines
exactly.
and
They
someone
should
built
put
a
more
town
towns
in
in
a
craters.
crater.
All right, here we go. Let's have a look.
That's funny.
Oh yes, and we can, as we're driving around here, we can see a little bit of the new deformable
my
terrain.
God.
Lisa, can I ask you to go
Yeah.
into cockpit view in the car?
Okay,
Yeah,
that
right bumper. Just,
is
yeah,
There we
exactly.
go.
And then
actually
if you just kind of take
pretty
it over a
sick.
couple of jumps, because
Yes.
we've got a bunch of really nice kind of new kick-up effects that we kind of have built into the terrain in Sierra Nueva. and it just adds into that rally experience as you hit a jump and you come down and you get a little bit of kind of kick up in the front of your car. We're not seeing in this because this is an absolute monster. But the way that the terrain interacts with the car, the way that the cars do
that is sick
for this pack, just to really give that great gritty.
Wow!
Absolutely.
I have a very hard time driving in this mode.
Yes.
There we go. We've done the cockpit mode. So, sorry, what was the name of this town that we were going to again?
This one doesn't have a name.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to give it a name in my head and not tell anyone. A secret name
Crater
from me.
Town.
Damn it.
Crater Town,
Get
yes.
out of my head.
That's a name the environment artist used for it.
Loads of Smashables here as well.
Yes. So for people who are looking for Alex's Smashables, make a little note that
Crater Town has got plenty.
Crater Town has got
now
plenty.
open for
That does look quite
Smashables.
cool.
Oh yeah, there it is.
It's a little bit weird that it's
And
just
this is
in
our
this
desert town.
though, but I understand why.
There's some quite
It would have
cute
been cool if
things
it was in the
to
main
find
map
in
as
this,
well.
like a dirt bike shop and a communal garden.
Oh, very nice. It does. It just feels very I don't know what the word is. It just feels very lived in. You know, like this isn't just like oh look at that. Well, fun. Maybe not that bit. Yeah, it feels very authentic. Like this wasn't just a bunch of assets put down in this area because you needed to fill out this part of the map. It was considered, and this is a home and an environment that's alive.
That's one of the things that I've always enjoyed about working with Unity is the way that narrative that's rooted into the world is just. It just makes things real in a way that...
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it feels rugged and weathered.
Yeah, rugged and weathered, yeah.
Translates into the race as well.
For sure.
Oh, on the left there you saw there was a truck parked on the crest of a dune. That was not a smashable truck. That was not one of Alex's collectibles.
Ah,
so,
okay.
Do be careful because those don't react well to being rammed into.
Perfect. Do we have another location you want to take us to?
Yes, I'm going to have to do some magic now to set it to nighttime.
Ah, I think I know where we're going with this. We haven't spoke about it yet, but we did bring it up a little bit at the beginning, was the drone show, correct? And the new festival that we've got.
God.
I don't know if you want to set us up a little bit for the festival, because it has got a pretty cool name.
That is cool.
Yes, it is the Horizon
Badlands
Festival Outpost. So really, on every expedition that you've gone on with the Horizon Festival, you've been exploring and expanding the festival and celebrating locations in the world. And as we saw at the start of the stream, you go on an expedition and you set up the festival, and that then results in the Horizon Festival arriving. And we've got a brand new way to celebrate it and also signpost you to it in the world. The function of this kind of in terms of level design is to give you a point of reference. And that point of reference that we've got up in the sky is this absolutely wonderful drone show.
There it is.
I'm having a hard time to show.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is so
our hot
sick.
air balloons, but you know.
Oh,
this
that's
is,
standard. It's got to have hot air balloons.
There's some
but
right
now...
beside, you know, so look great. And the great thing is the VFX team have done a really fantastic job. Create these new designs, and you can see the sort of reassembly of the drones into new shapes. And here's our little friend here.
Dankito! I was going to say, because before it was the Horizon logo, and now it's shifted, and I thought I was losing my marbles, but it's good to know that that's a feature of the game.
And if you were able to get a camera close enough to it, that you can't in the game, a few players working out how to do that.
A challenge there, Torben.
But they are actually little drones flying around.
Oh, cool. Do we know how many different assets that it goes through, like images, or is that up for the community to figure that one out? Love it. I like when we set them homework. It's great. Are we able to maybe go into the festival a little bit and check it out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so this was Badlands. Is it inspired or influenced by anything else? Where did the name Badlands come from?
Bronco Badlands.
I think
I'd be shocked if
probably
that
best
wasn't
place
in
to
this
talk about
expansion, the Bronco Badlands, because
the theming of it, but the terms that we talked about when we were discussing what this festival would feel like, it was this idea of it being just a little bit temporary. It was this idea that people are traveling to this place. We saw at the top, everyone's arriving in their RVs, but what this means is there's a lot of kind of camping style things.
I do like that.
But also there's just
admittedly,
this idea
I do like that
it's
a
not
lot.
this monolithic thing that's been established and will be there forever. It's people who've arrived.
That's good.
And they're going to have fun, and they're going to stand on their vehicles and just share a great time.
That's what it is. Horizon
cool.
Festival. It's meant to be like that.
I'm still on top of that little.
That's how it
RVs
was
and
in
stuff.
Horizon
And it's a great
3 and
location as well.
4 to an extent.
Oh, yeah, really
I know
good.
4 had
It's inside
a
the crater,
giant building
which, if I
as well.
set it
If
back to
anything,
daytime, we
5
can
seems
have a
more
look.
temporary
One of the
with their
themes
little
that we
small
carried into
buildings.
this was this idea of the
But if
journey.
there was one
we
that
saw
was
this in the initial
best
drive,
bit, I'd say
the RVs
3,
lined up and us jumping
really.
the queue to get to the festival. And that really kind of carries through the entire thing, this journey with multiple
fucking
teams,
crap at
these people
driving.
who come here for a while and are leaving again. That's really one of the themes that I think has been rooted into this. And just wonderful details like the place you travel back to Mexico, the helicopter's parked waiting for you.
Of course, yeah.
Can you hit
That
it?
would just if you down, was it? You said this
Oh,
is
they're
north
not
of
gonna
the map, so
Yes,
did
it
it
is.
take you down south?
In fact, I don't know if you can see it from the crater because we're in the crater, but you can see the mountain in the Mexico map from
That's
this
cool.
map.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think as such, it's a massive mountain, so. Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking us on that
Oh.
tour. I do have some
Oh, no
questions
way.
now. A fabulous Q&A section where I get to find out loads and loads of burning questions that I'm sure you guys are having in chat right now as well. So we've seen the dirt trails, but does Sierra Nuevo also feature a lot of asphalt roads? I think we spoke about it a little bit in terms of the teams, exactly, but can we maybe talk a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So I think, as with any Horizon game, you would expect to have a range of fun driving experiences, and a big part of that is asphalt roads. As Nigel mentioned when he was on a little bit earlier, a big part of that is also experimenting and delivering some delightful new experiences in those asphalt roads, experiences that people haven't had in our game before. So there's an entire team that's focused on asphalt racing, and even Alex's team has a bunch of asphalt racing as well, because it's a mixed surface, a bunch of dirt and asphalt, and transitioning between them. So there's loads of ways to race in our game. And as I think I mentioned earlier on, when you choose an event, you have the option of racing it in what we call Horizon Rally, which is what we've seen, or Horizon Race, which is the race mode that people know from the mainland.
Cool.
So if somehow you're the kind of person who doesn't really want to do Horizon Rally, well, there's an entire way to play the game that will carry you through the entire campaign, unlock all the content, that just lets you race on the roads with a pack of other cars, if that's your bag.
Perfect.
That
My next
shit.
question is, I know we covered it a little bit,
I'm
but I just
sorry,
want to make
but
sure we
that
get it
shit,
like
you
we're on
should-
the same
you
page,
should
we're
play
crisp
the
and
game.
clear. The very last DLC you
Oh.
released there was the car progression. I just want to make
hate
sure we're
how
really, really clear, in
Forza's
case anyone in the
just
chat maybe has
giving
joined a little bit later.
everything
Is car progression still
to the
something we're going to be
lowest common
seeing in the new Rally
denominators
Adventure update?
in the easiest way possible. It's a rally
While car
expansion.
progression
You
was
should
a
play
really
the
fun
rally to
part
play
of the Hot Wheels campaign,
all
we've
of
approached
it
it very differently.
and unlock all of it.
With Horizon Rally Adventure.
If you're not going to do that,
while
what's
we
the
do
point in
suggest cars
playing?
of buckets
Jesus.
and types and themes for the individual
Honestly,
teams, it's
some
really
of the
up to you.
people
So,
that play Forza
when you
are
want
the
to drive more,
laziest
When I get
motherfuckers
this
I've ever met.
scheduling and I'm going to do it
And
all in
I'm actually
appeal,
working on
you're
a
not going to
video
stop me.
that
and
sort of delves into
in
that,
fact,
so you will see
I
that.
wish to
I would
enable
encourage
you.
it.
I wish to enable you.
in the future.
But
you will
on the
see
flip
that.
side of it, if you want
So,
to take S2 cars
That's
on
a
all
nice
these
little
routes,
thing for you guys that
buckle
are
up.
watching.
Okay,
Probably
wonderful.
the
Sounds good.
two
So,
people
Rue, I
that
think
are
I'm going to point
watching
this next
still.
question at you because I'd love to know more about the sound and the research that went into turning this into an authentic rally experience. Because when I think rally, and when Chris mentioned it earlier, there is a distinct sound and chaos that comes with rally driving, right?
Yeah, very noisy. Very
Yes.
noisy place to be.
Very noisy.
And so we're trying to recreate that atmosphere. And there's lots of great elements to work with here. You've got the co-driver pace notes that just gives you that feel of rally, hearing
Yeah.
those nav calls come in. They're in the helicopter, so you've got that constant thrum down the track that you're racing on. And you've got the car itself with the anti-lag. You've got these rally monsters with these great sounding anti-lags. We've actually got 6 different audio profiles popping at the back, so
Yeah.
lots of different pops and crackles and bangs. So it's very noisy. And the
I
music
cannot
as well,
wait for
Epitaph,
that.
obviously complementing that gameplay. But also a big part of it was the crowd. You've seen on some of our routes today.
Yeah, when we were at the festival, yeah,
It's
as
that
well.
it's the crowds are lined around the corners. They've all come to see this, all the action on these tight corners, and we've recorded some new crowds with some help with some of our friends around the studio.
For reference, that means going into a field and screaming.
Yeah,
Sorry, just to go back. You all went into a field and screamed.
and if you hear Torben, we notch that out. So
That's brilliant.
we have our methods. But there's also a secret weapon in there. and it's the cowbell. It's what you hear
That's
at live
what
events.
these are for on the
That's what
table
these
then,
are.
huh? Right.
These are small but mighty implements right here. I ordered these thinking to be huge, and they came out. They're very small. but they pack
Can
a
I
punch.
have a go?
I'd go with the small one, the CB2.
Well, I really want to do the big one. Am I not allowed to do that one?
CB5000, no.
The CB. Oh no, I wouldn't dare knowing it's that one. God. Right, here we go, everyone. And you say this is at
And we're at Rally.
Oh, it's like I'm there. And this features in the crowd, does it?
Yeah, both of these and some more noisemakers. It's just to get that, like you say, that atmosphere and the exhilaration of the race, and like all the people that come to the festival like to watch these races, hang in the corners,
Exactly.
and watch the cars tear around, and it just adds that nice.
I've got to say, if you guys are free after the show, can we go find this field and do that cowbell? Because I'm not going to sleep until I know what that sounds like now.
Yeah.
So.
There's still
Sorry, folks at home, you're not invited. This is a private cowbell session we're going to be having. So as well as the sound, I know you guys are consistently authentic about environments in Forza Horizon 5. So Lita, I want to know, is there anything cool you added from Mexico into this new environment?
So we follow a reference from Real Mexico for everything we make. But one really cool thing is that Mexico has cave paintings, and we recreated some of them. We got inspired by them. Obviously, we made some changes. Some of them are really cool Easter eggs, and we had 3 of them in the map. So
nice.
People can go around and try to find them.
And I'm certain they will. Once again, setting homework for the people in chat. Big fan. Right, my last question, Torben. Is there anything I should be doing today in Forza Horizon 5 to prepare for the new expansion when it comes along?
Well, get building your rally monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, what you know is that you've got some asphalt, and you've got some mixed surface, and you've got some really challenging night races. So think about what you've got in your garage that you want to take in for that, and build it and start practicing.
So as a reminder, Forza Horizon 5 Rally Adventure is included in the Forza Horizon 5 Premium Add-ons bundle, the Premium Edition, and the Expansions bundle. If you only have the standard version of the game right now, you can upgrade to the Premium Add-ons bundle today to get immediate access to the expansion when it launches on, make a note folks, March 29th. Also included in the bundle is the Hot Wheels expansion,
Still about 5 weeks away,
and some
though.
other pretty great content if you ask me. For more details, check out the Forza blog and support articles linked in chat right now, but I'll say it once again, wow, what a show. Please folks, keep an eye on socials over the coming weeks as we have plenty more to share on Forza Horizon 5 Rally Adventure in the run-up to its launch. I'll say it again, March 29th. Please stay tuned for Forza Monthly coming up right here, and we're going to be rallying together to cover all the great content coming in the next content update. Thanks again for watching. Everyone say goodbye with me. Bye. Bye.
All right, well, that was pretty sick. Yeah. Almost an hour. Infinite stream, let's go. Anyway, I'm out, boys. I will see you later.